everybody. How's it
What's
going?
what's up, YouTube? Happy Hump Day.
Oh, thank goodness. Today, actually, for me, was the best day of the year. It was calm, it was quiet. Even though the kids didn't do any work, we got to talk to them. They played Jenga. It was very I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm hoping tomorrow's the same because it was great.
I had a good day too. How's it going, everyone? AMAC, Patricia, Deborah
Yes.
Martino, Lewis. Glad everybody could join us.
And Lisa was in here first. Lisa Oldhams was here. And she had said, "Hello all, wow, that biatch is reaching her hashtagging LS could be considered more defamation towards this MT." Yeah,
Sheesh.
I'm going to touch on that a little bit. Daz
Hi,
is
Lisa.
here. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying hello to Lisa, and everybody go sub up to Daz too. Great channel.
Oh yeah, Daz has been doing some really cool videos. Remy, tonight is a weird night. Well, Mercury went into retrograde, so that could be the reason.
Could be.
Yes.
It's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
It has been wild, man. The last couple days, just last night was something special. People have lost their minds. I mean, they couldn't. I saw this one channel trying to explain the simple police report from the situation down in Florida, and it took him almost 45 minutes. I thought it was like an SNL skit. Um, I'm actually going to try to get someone to animate that for me because I could not stop laughing. It was real funny until they wouldn't like clarify any facts about what was actually occurring. Um, and the chat was really mean to Emmy, which was annoying, as you can imagine.
Yeah, but I think I was holding my own.
Yeah, but I mean, still, like it's
Yeah, and then finally I was like, okay, I'm leaving. And then I saw people, like some of the chatters were like, "Oh, she can't take the heat, so she got out of the kitchen." No, it's cuz I have to go to work
yeah,
like you told me.
yeah, it was real ugly. I got blocked instantly just for saying, wait a minute, I've seen a redacted report that you're trying to decipher. It was honestly like children trying to build a house.
Davis fam, it was, the people who are now besties with BHB, you know, those individuals who don't really come around here anymore.
I did find some irony in that chat though, like some real gems. Like a handful of people, I'm not going to name them; they're useless to name, but specifically people that criticize you for covering Betty too much were in that chat talking about her weight and who she sleeps with and all types of other unsavory shit. And most of the time, I'd say probably over 80% of the time, we speak specifically about her wrongdoings. But
I
so it
agree.
was it was it was funny. It was funny to me.
We also have K-Braze here, AMAC, and I am actually tonight, hopefully AMAC didn't change it, but she has her word search live later, and I have a title to maintain because yours truly has come in first both times. So, or no, maybe I didn't the last time. I'm pretty sure I did, but either way, I have a title to defend. So,
I plan on competing too, so we'll see.
I love the word searches. Like I'm just well, I say I'm good at them, but these are kind of tough. The ones on, especially doing it on a computer.
Yeah. What's
Hey,
up, K Braze?
Poopy.
Oh, good.
Sweet.
Remy's here too. What's up, Remy? Kayla?
Oh, Amex says now I want Chinese food. I actually did DoorDash today. I was like, I don't really feel like it was such a good day. I'm like, "You know what? I'm just gonna order food." So I had chicken tenders and fries, but the fries are just so like, I got from Applebee's, and they put, like, this salt, pepper on their fries. Oh my god, it's so much. So I actually put the fries in a baggie with a paper towel, and I shake it up so it kind of the pepper and the salt and all that kinda either falls off or sticks to the paper towel because it was, like it was way too much.
AMAC, you're right. Once you start getting food delivered, it becomes like a thing. I've got a problem.
Yeah, but the
Although
good thing though is there's only maybe 5 or 6 restaurants on my DoorDash list that are available, so I won't do it as much as if I lived in, like, New York City or, someplace with hundreds of places.
sure. I've got too many options. I had curry last night, though. It was incredible. Spicy curry and kimchi. Mm. But yeah, I have a difficult time. I could spend 40 minutes just looking at shit before I decide what to buy.
Just Mimi says, "I got some pistachios with salt and pepper." I haven't had pistachios in a long time, but I love them.
I had these everything like an everything bagel, like so they put everything on the pistachios. I got it from Trader Joe's. So good. A little bit salty, but
So, Spitfire, aka Pookie, did you get your Jenga blocks all picked up? So, yes, I think it was yesterday, Spitfire had said that her cat knocked over their Jenga and it was like 1,000 blocks.
cheese.
And she sent me a picture and I was like, "Bad cat."
Hi, Tracy Esme. I think I recognize Tracy's name from Gray Hughes, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, maybe.
I'm finally unblocked in Gray Hughes. I don't know who I made happy or who I pissed off, but I'm a active freak again, which is great news for me.
And Sober Pug, Davis fam, Happy Watcher, Thunder, hello. Oh, look, Headlines made an appearance because Headlines forgot to change her account on her phone.
Whoopsies.
Oops. Hey,
Truth,
Aunt
Se-
Mary's Love Shack.
Truth Seeker is going to make me blush.
Truth Seeker. Well, here's a story for you, Truth Seeker. Sinner actually, well, actually, I should say Sourpuss. Sourpuss called into BHB's show one day, and I was like, "Damn, his voice is hot." So I had to slide into his DMs.
Oh,
Actually,
sorry, Tracy.
it was email first, but yeah, I made it
Yes,
to the DMs.
yes, I shared with you the shenanigans that over in Gray Hughes with the Alpha David.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what it was. Yeah.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. I didn't perpetrate the troll myself. Someone else had called and said, "Oh, I heard this Alpha David is going to tell us what's going on," and then Mel is just such a class act. He handled it perfectly. He's like, I think that was a troll, but damn, they really were serious. And then I was feverishly tapping on my phone to send a super chat as Alpha David as quickly as I could, and then it popped up on the screen, and Mel's eyes light up. He's like, "What the fuck?" It was hilarious. It's one of my proudest YouTube moments.
I'm trying to find a comment on oh, here it is. Patricia. She's she's been trying to hear Sourpuss's voice for months now. And so she is purple crying that she can hear your voice now.
Oh yes, fun fact: I went to the 99-cent store and spent 99 cents on a headset microphone. So that's what I'm using. And the phone has not come yet.
Oh, still?
No. Yeah, well, it came to the wrong place and that person sent it back. So here we are. But I mean, I've dropped this phone so many times, I'm pretty sure that's why the microphone is shot. So this 99-cent fix is working perfectly right now, so don't jinx me.
Yep, and Remy said, "I told you those 99-cent headsets work great."
Remy did tell me, and I was like,
Mhm.
no way, this is not going to work. And then I, tried it with Emmy, and it worked perfect.
Yep.
Yes, we're all going to be in Amax after this for sure. I think
Yeah, and I don't know
Emmy set
why.
it
I
up
don't know
so
if it's
able.
because we don't have a certain amount of subs, but I tried, like, with my lives, I'll redirect to either
Hey
one
Emmy,
of my videos.
could you do me a favor and just block Voodoo from this channel? I don't want that person here.
I got
To
it.
be clear, why I'm doing that, everyone. During the situation I had with Gina when I dropped down, and it became a big problem for everyone, she went up on that panel and just completely said the untrue things about me. So if she can email me if she wants to talk, but I'm not going to debate someone who's hateful towards me.
Yeah, I took care of it. Hey, Just Mimi. Mickey, hello. Let's see, who else? Deborah Sourpuss had said hi too. Pookie says, "Can someone please explain to Trouble that cookies are for humans?" Oh, is Trouble one of your cats? She's sitting sniffing the air by the stove. Well, it probably smells good. Or
I
she
bet
likes the heat.
it's a twofer if you're by the warm oven with cookies baking though. What's better than that?
Hey, Granny Wild, Banana Butt. Wishful Thinking, how's it going?
I see Happy
Hey,
Life
and
J.
5678.
Sunnyside, I know I didn't, and I tried to just let it blow over, but I think it's unsalvageable.
And 5678 says, "Clickbait making it sound like the boyfriend was arrested for a girlfriend being missing. Absolutely brutal." Yeah, and that's why I was like, when I saw that thumbnail, I said, I was like, "What the F?" And so I shared the live, like the link on Twitter, and I tagged SF Investigates and said, "Can you corroborate this information?" And so SF actually did post on he commented on my post, but then he also did post on his own Twitter, and I'm just going to read it quickly. It says, "Michael's arrest and release have nothing to do with Layla's case. He has a probation violation and was picked up on a public intoxication charge this morning after being found passed out in a gas station bathroom after smoking H. Don't believe BHB's clickbait." And then he does have a picture of the police report underneath.
Yes, and
So,
he was held for 3 hours and then released
mhm.
from. So I mean, just to be clear, look, people that criticize Betty are getting lumped together as hateful people that want to bring actual harm to people, and that's not what Emmy and I are doing here. And I hope people that are here recognize that. Um, but what Betty did there with her little video, exposing that this poor kid who's close to overdosing on heroin in a fucking bathroom and is found unconscious, has to be a video of hers just to get people to click on her channel. It had nothing to do with Layla Santanello. I
No,
mean,
and the
imagine
fact
the
that
hell
she
that
put
this
a
poor person
photo
is.
of him.
I mean, imagine the hell that this poor dude is going through right now. Look, if he had anything to do with it, he could burn in hell. But nobody knows. That's the thing. You can't just exploit him being a drug addict and being found unconscious in a bathroom. You can't
Right,
exploit
and I
that
am gonna,
for entertainment.
for people who didn't see it. So again, I saw this that said, Layla Santinello boyfriend arrested. She puts his name, his photo, and yes, he was arrested, but it was a probation violation for public intoxication. So that is complete clickbait because she says,
Yeah.
breaking news, he has been arrested, hashtag Layla Santinello case. It has nothing to do with her case. So that is the meaning of clickbait. Ooh, Happy Watcher made spaghetti. I should have just cooked here, but I was like, nah.
Yeah.
It was so cold here. I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything.
Just to summarize my thought before I lose it, her doing that was absolutely cruel. I mean, it's nothing short of cruel. I mean, she reads off how skinny he is, how much he weighs, and just says, "I hope they keep him in there for as long as he gets." Just
Oh
complete
shit, she
fake.
did say that? I didn't listen to
Oh
the
yes,
live because I was so
she was like,
aggravated.
hopefully they get him the help he needs. She doesn't care about him or helping him. It's just she just exploited the shit out of him. But
Wow.
I'm not going to get mad about that twice today. But I mean, just for everyone, it's like, oh, you are obsessed, or Betty's your whole life, and fuck around and find out. That kind of conversation I'm seeing in chat from people that I respected. I'm not respecting it anymore because it's easy to have that perspective if they're not coming to your friend's hometown or threatening to go to your friend's employment. That's what that's within my situation with this lady. So they can say, "Oh, I would never do this or I would never do that." It doesn't matter. Their opinion isn't relevant to my situation as well as my friend's situation. So they can take the, virtue signaling and figure it out.
And yes, Kayla, another game. So AMAC, I'm sure AMAC has dropped her link, but if you can drop it again. AMAC has been doing the word search and trivia, but lately word search, I love the word search. And word search was supposed to be last night and she changed it tonight. So I was very sad because I was very much looking forward to the word search game. Hey, Cheesy Wheezy, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on?
Yeah,
Oh
Cheesy
gosh.
Weezy said earlier in comments that uh, they didn't trust a person I was talking about. But a lot of people didn't. I'm just a sucker for an underdog, and I try to see the best in people. But I mean, lessons are learned.
And Truth Seeker, I know I had read one of your comments, but I just got to where you said hello. So thanks for being here.
Amy M. There's a channel saying she felt bad for BHP. I do too. I mean, to be quite honest with you guys, like I don't want to see anyone go through agony. But she's just got to be honest with herself. Like there's a way for her to have redemption here. She just refuses to help herself. And any fucking weirdos that are calling police to go to her house or do anything in real life are no friend of mine. And if I find out that someone is, then I'm gonna expose them. Just don't do it.
Yeah, because I critique her and, I'll admit I antagonize at times, but never would I ever go to someone's state or city or call law enforcement on them unless of course they're threatening me, which I did go to law enforcement, but I would never call law enforcement on them for something I think they're doing. And hey, Phoenix, I did highlight your comment, but I did want to say hi to you. Oh, Remy, I saw that on my DoorDash, and I don't know if there liquor stores near me, but I was like, that could be very dangerous. But
Yes, Remy says no one needs to call the police on anyone except if they are being threatened and to make a report. I agree.
Right.
I mean, there are other, you know, if the scenario is how I believe it, and it was probably somebody that was concerned did it. If anyone did it out of maliciously or as a prank, then they're just a completely rotten person. And nobody, Emmy doesn't, she's not with that, and I'm not with that. And I don't speak for her,
Mm.
but
No, like if it was out of malicious intent or just to be a jerk, then absolutely not. If it was
yeah,
because this person had a genuine concern, or for example, I'm a mandated reporter. If a a kid or anyone says that they want to unalive themselves, if they say they're being abused, that they're being beaten emotionally, physically, I have to report that. If I don't, I could lose my certification and my license to teach. So there are things that if you see something, we have to say something or our credentials can be taken. So, you know, there's a lot of factors, but one thing I will say is if it was done for not the right reasons, then that's not okay. And I just saw Cheesy Weezy said that she had a pistachio cannoli.
oh, it sounds incredible.
That sounds really frickin' good. I've had pistachio ice cream before, but not a pistachio cannoli, and cannolis are one of my favorites.
I had lavender ice cream last week.
Lavender?
It was way better than I thought it would be.
I don't see, and I don't like the smell of lavender, so I just think that it would taste the way it smells, maybe.
I mean, but sweet. I mean, it's ice cream after all.
Okay. Ooh, White Russian. Dang, I haven't had one of those since college, I think. White Russian, isn't that? Oh no, gin, right? White
No,
Russian is with gin.
Kahlua. Trust me, I know the drinks. It's Kahlua, vodka, and some type of cream, right? Milk.
Oh, okay. My gosh, and that's probably why, because I needed Kahlua. I love Kahlua.
Vodka and half. Yeah.
Oh, see, this is how far. So I'm looking at my phone too for chat, but on StreamYard, I just got to the comment where Truth Seeker said your voice is hot. That's how far behind I am in StreamYard, but I am looking at my phone as well. And I think we need to actually looking at my phone. I'm going to slow chat down just a little bit because it looks like it's going a little fast. Oh, Cocoa Puff says Instacart just started delivering groceries to my area. I don't think any restaurants do yet. Yeah, I mean, it's good that we don't have many places because I agree, I would probably be ordering more than I should. And it's not like I don't have food here to cook. I was like, "You know what? Today was a good day." And then I had to go get gas because my car told me low fuel. I had like 30 miles till empty. So I'm like, I've got to go. So I figured I'd just order out too.
I can't remember who made the comment that they saw someone that said they felt bad for Betty. My response was, I do too. I kind of do. And I want to be more clear. She's laying in the bed that she's made. I mean, I do feel bad for anyone that is being pranked by police at their house. That is completely out of line. And I can separate that from disliking or having disdain for the dumb shit that she does. To families of victims. It's just it's egregious. It's too much, and I can't feel bad for that. But I do feel bad for anyone going, you know, getting a welfare check that's uncalled for. And I did. My point was, I did see that most of that live myself, and it's just a different perspective. Um, It's like someone talking about my neighborhood and they've never been there. That's how I feel about that woman's whole life.
Oh, Spitfire says, I was trying to tease my granddaughter about the cookies and started typing you two. Oh.
That's funny.
Hey, Petunia, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm glad
Okay.
everyone's here with us. Sorry if I didn't say hi to everyone. It's moving pretty quick.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll get through them. I'm like 13 minutes behind, but I'm also
Petunia
looking at my phone just in
Picklebutt.
case.
Petunia Picklebutt said, "Can you see me?" Yes,
Yep.
I can
Yeah,
see you.
see, and that's why, because I just got to their comment on StreamYard. So I'm only looking at my phone every so often. Hey, Marcy, what's going on? How's Marcy's car doing? Your car full of people that I'm trying to think. What were we? Oh, we were playing Would You Rather, and it was Marcy's car was the most participatory.
Well, Marcy's a teacher as well.
Oh yeah, it turned in a name a few years ago when the girl talked about. Yeah, you have to. I mean, there was like a student comes in and says, last night my dad beat the crap out of me. You may not see bruises like at eye, but they could be hidden. So we have to report it. Even if nothing is founded, we still have to report it because it could be founded. So, ooh, SoFlo, chicken tortilla soup. That sounds really good. They make dog cookies that look like human ones with icing. My ex ate a few once and said, "Wow, these are great." He didn't think so when I told him they were for the dog.
I mean, I've never actually tasted the beef jerky for dogs, but it smells like beef jerky to me. I mean, if I was on an island, that'd be a snack for sure.
Hey, girl from Issaquah, how's Green Bean this evening? Hey, Cammy. Brandon, good to see you. Brandon said, "Hey, dinner."
What's up, Brandon? That's funny.
Oh, Spitfire says, I gave in. I gave her some dough. So Trouble got some cookie dough.
I've been seeing Green Bean around. I'm entertained. I have no idea who it is, but they're cool in my book.
Oh, girl from Issaquah, her it looks like an iguana. Iguana's name is Green Bean.
Petunia
So when
Picklebutt
girl from
says,
Issaquah comes in, I say hi to Green Bean too.
"Oh, I gotcha, I gotcha."
Yep.
Petunia Picklebutt says, "That isn't what I asked." Are you tracking that? Because I don't know. I'm not sure what the
Um
question was. Pookie says no teachers ever reported anything for my kids. Well, you're probably a good parent. Um,
yeah,
my
it
parents
could
got plenty of
be.
calls for me.
Oh, a Yemen chameleon. So Green Bean
Oh,
is not an iguana. He is a Yemen chameleon. Very
hey, there's Scorpio
bougie.
Sting.
Hey,
What's up?
Scorpio.
What's up? What's up, Scorpio? How you been?
Hey,
What's up, hippie?
hippie. Hippie. We got 156 peeps in here. 156.
Quality people as well.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind.
I'm trying to catch the ones that I
Yeah,
can.
you
It's
look
moving.
at the phone. I'll look at StreamYard. You look at your phone. That way we can kind of like. Um. Oh, she did say it had nothing to do with Layla.
She did.
I did see she put it. So I did see in the comment, like, so as she was running her intro, she had put in there, this has nothing to do with Layla's disappearance or something to that effect. And I was like, seriously?
I mean, but she had already made the thumbnail of the dude's face,
Yeah,
his mugshot from his most recent arrest,
and
and then
saying breaking news.
yeah, that's not breaking news. It's humiliating another person. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not. There's nothing breaking about it.
And I actually said to SoFlo and AMAC earlier because I was watching her morning live from this morning, and I said to them, she's saying Layla's boyfriend's name an awful lot in this live. Like she's said it, she's never really said it before. She's always said like, the boyfriend, but I noticed that she said his name repeatedly this morning.
Yeah.
And then of course, it kind of makes sense because then she had that clickbait title that came out that blasted him all over again. And she
Um.
also I did hear her in her 3rd live today. She was talking shit about that young girl in her video again and saying how she needs to stop hiding behind her mommy. She needs to do the right thing. I'm
I
like,
mean, and she's doing all of this while she's like claiming to be a victim of bullying.
yeah.
I mean, this is exactly what that say no people were doing. They were bullying people while saying, "Oh, I would never do anything like that." It's wild. I mean, it's um. K Bray says, "Sinner, what about breaking trust with your community?" I'm not sure what you're referring to. Please
Oh, and they
clarify.
did a winky face, so
I
I'm
mean,
not
my
sure what the winky
community. I
means.
mean, I my community is doing just fine. I think. Anyone who's interested to hear what I have to say, I mean, typically wants to know the facts of what's going on. You know, aside from me having opinions about things, when I speak about specific things, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't lie for for entertainment.
Oh, so K-Bray said, "No, you said there's nothing breaking about that." Well, she's breaking her trust with her community. Okay,
I see.
so
I got
yeah,
it. Yeah, I
right, and
mean,
again, I'm reading StreamYard and I'm nearly 20 minutes behind. Sinner's looking at chat in real time, so I feel like because I'm so far behind, it's probably gonna get a little lost in translation, but I'll try to.
yeah, I'll do my best too. I kind of pace around when I'm live, so I'll sit down and watch. Ducking Fox says, if you have seen her for the time I have, um, you would see she hasn't been anything but awful, and she does not care.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I mean, call people cops to her house. I can't express to you guys how much that sucks to even hear.
And girl from Issaquah says, surgery went well. I am cancer free. That is great news. Bigger incision than inspected, but a-okay. Just got up from a nap. I need to start taking naps again. I go to bed way too late just because I'm a night owl. And then I have to get up by 6 o'clock. So I get maybe 5 hours of sleep. And who did I just? Oh, Road Rash. So, hey, Road Rash.
Oh, that's interesting. Ducking Fox says, I don't think the call was nefarious unless it was her set up or it was one or two people she has been friends with. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine there are a lot of people that would actually go and mess with her, and that bothersome to me. Like nobody has to do anything like that. We just the fact should be enough to make her rethink how she does business, and that's the goal. It's not to beat someone into submission or have them lose sleep like she always talks about. That's not what I'm talking about her for. I'm talking about her because she once again went after Layla Santinello's step parents, saying that Oh, Jennifer Santinello is the mom, so she's
Oh,
inherently more important than the dad. I mean,
I did
who
hear
can
that
say?
part.
I mean, that's what I'm calling out. I don't care how much she weighs. I don't care if she's on mood stabilizing drugs. None of that is my business. But if she's going to go after innocent families of a missing girl, then I'm going to keep doing it. So
Or a boyfriend that has not been named a suspect, and to allude to the fact that he was arrested in her disappearance is really messed up, and it's not okay. I
I
just saw
agree, hippie. I agree. It seems like maybe there's some.
Sunnyside, you got it right. Mhm.
It's just for the views, in my opinion. There's some conversation that's viable. I mean, it's kind of believable that a scenario where she's doing this to try to set herself up for another lawsuit or to make herself look like a victim. If that's true, holy shit! I mean, if someone would do that, if she were to do something like that, that's the most bananas things ever. But I don't think that's true. Just between us, I don't think that she called the police on herself. I think some asshole did, or someone who's genuinely concerned with the way things go. It's difficult for me to really know.
I mean, personally, I mean, if I heard anybody saying on a live that they thought that people wanted them to unalive themselves on a live so that they could use it for content, like, that's concerning. Because one, no one should feel that way. And two, the fact that they believe that someone would use their demise as content, I mean, I just can't even fathom where that would come into someone's mind.
Literally, or Davis Pham says, "Oh, I totally think she's trying to frame someone." I mean, I really wish I knew. I mean, it's so easy to watch her. I watch her live times two. It takes me sometimes an hour at most. Take notes, and I just see everything she says is so wrong. It's not obsessive. It's like it takes not even an hour and a half out of any day that I decide to do it.
And I just wanted to say hi to Grain, even though she has a comment. I'm sure Grain said hi before, but I just saw you. So, how's it going? And Truth Seeker actually said they have a game, Guess Sinner's Age. Actually, today, so two of my students today, they're like, "Yo, miss, how old are you?" I was like, 45. And they're like, "What? You're 45?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to be 46 in May." And they're like, "Nah, there's no way you're 45." I'm like, "Yeah." And then I'm like, "But I've been 29 the last 5 or 16 years." And they're like, "Why?" I'm like, "Why not?" So,
Brandon wins. Brandon wins. Brandon says I'm 33.
oh, okay.
I'm
Okay,
not
Happy Life
33.
said 40 but looking 32. Remy says 47. Okay, and Davis Pham, I'm pretty sure Sinner has said he's in his 40s before.
Yeah.
I know, right, Remy? 29 was a good year.
Amax Close.
So I am hashtag forever 29.
Same here. I don't think I've aged much since 30, but I'm 46. So a couple people nailed it. Amy M got it.
Ooh, what is Marcy talking about? These cookies?
We were
The
talking about
peanut butter.
DoorDash, and sure enough, DoorDash advertisements are popping up on my phone.
Oh, because they're always listening.
Damn right.
So Marcy said peanut butter cookies and the chocolate truffle cookies.
Yum.
My daughter's boyfriend is coming over tomorrow morning and they are going to bake another flavor. Hmm. Chocolate truffle. Oh my gosh, I love truffles.
Yeah, I'm 46, but I lived the life of a grown up child. To be honest, I survive off of my paintings, so I don't. I'm my own boss, which is sounds like a dream job, but a lot of times it's like you got to motivate yourself, and sometimes it just paintings don't sell. So, but I make my
Okay,
own
Brave.
schedule. That's fun. I could sleep and eat when I want. If I want to just stay up all night, I could do that.
Key Bray said, I'm 34, but people usually guess I'm in my early 20s. And I tell them you can't go off my height. Key Braze has got the jokes lately. Key Braze has got the
Remy
jokes lately.
K-Braze is always hilarious. Remy says, "Do you sell your paintings, Sinner, and what?" I do all types. I do acrylic paintings primarily. I started as like an asshole graffiti artist, and you can't. It's not an old man's game. You got to put it on a canvas eventually. And then I caught some fire in Santa Barbara and got put up in some galleries and up to L.A. and San Francisco, and then I moved back home to Pittsburgh and I caught some fire there. So, but it's very fickle. Like the first half of the pandemic, no one bought anything. I thought I was going to starve to death. And then the second half of it, when the stimulus came, people bought paintings with it. It was the strangest shit. I mean, because even rich people got a stimulus too, so they had surplus.
And so Remy had said, and again, I'm way behind, but Remy had said in regards to the whole Beach B police report thing, in a chat, someone said a person confessed to them that they called. I'm just
I would,
curious
yeah, I
what
would.
chat?
I'm very interested to know who that would be. And if they're around anywhere I am, I just don't want anything to do with them. I don't block anybody because I want to see the shit that's talked usually, but there are
Oh, I know, I
exceptions.
wanna see the shit talk, so I'm like, I'm gonna block them, and I'm like, "Wait," but then I can't see
Yeah,
what they're saying.
exactly. Well, that's why Discord is such a slippery slope because, like, if you block someone, they can still see your stuff, but you can't see theirs. I think it's backwards. And anyone who's emailing me screenshots of other people's discords talking shit on me, it's cool. I don't need to see that. It's fine. Like all that does is like bother me. Why? I mean, what's cool about that? I already know it's the same handful of people. Tiny Tim and his little bitch ass. The funniest thing I saw all week, though, let me get this off my chest. B Tim trying to bully the Glare. Like, say what you want about the Glare. I love the guy. But it's so funny. B Tim trying to. It's like a little puppy barking at a big dog. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Still
Yeah,
there, Emmy?
I didn't finish that live. I got through some of it, but then I just can't keep up with everything now that I'm at work and
Um, one of the litigants that are polluting the true crime community is she said she's not going to be nice to you. I'm not going to be nice to her anymore.
oh,
When was she nice to you?
we've
She was
never
never.
been nice to each other apparently. So I was like,
She
when I heard that, this creator said, "I'm done being nice to her." I'm like, we've never been nice to each other. So you
I
can't not be nice when you never have been nice.
Yeah,
Like
fuck
it
all that
doesn't make
noise.
sense.
It's a calamity. And it's even worse whenever they try to cover actual true crime because they have no idea what they're talking about. Hardly at all. I do find humor in it, so I do hate watch. Don't get me wrong, but It's like, wow. I would love to see some of these things animated, to be honest.
Oh,
So,
Amac said, "Yo, dinner. SoFlo wants to commish."
oh, of
SoFlo
course.
Mama said he's ignoring me.
No, no, sorry, I was walking around. I would love to pay for you. Just email me.
Yeah, get in
I have
line, SoFlo. I've been waiting too.
I've sent maybe half a dozen paintings to like pretty big creators. I mean, that's sort of what I am. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a painter, and I'm an asshole too, depending on who you ask. But
Oh my god, I'm so far behind. Holy shit.
shit, I can't post my email from here. It's
Oh
easy.
wait,
It's Sinner. It's Sinner with Sunshine
I
at
can put
Gmail.
it in.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Emmy.
Truth Seeker says my dog has to have expensive treats. He can't have corn.
Oh yeah, they put corn in everything.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, SoFlo. I look forward to it. I think Remy was asking what I paint. I paint a lot of portraits. That was my first love, and then with graffiti, it becomes more about letters and graphic-y type stuff. So now my stuff is just in pretty eclectic, I guess I'd say. It's abstract with a lot of figurative, like they're humans in the abstract stuff.
Oh, Patricia's working on Christmas cards and listening. I still have not done any Christmas shopping. And we've got what,
Scorpios
like
thing.
10 days, not even?
Scorpios thing wants to know why I came at them during the word game. I don't want to start anything. I don't know what I did. I don't even recall. When I said you were cheating, because I have a pretty rotten sense of humor, but I'm pretty sure that I've never caused any beef in a word game chat. So, but conversely, I've seen you saying very negative things about myself and Emmy in plenty of chats. I mean, since you bring it up, but that had nothing to do with a word game.
And hello, Purple Haze. I finally got to your comment. I'm only 18 minutes behind, but I will get to you all. I promise. I promise.
Oh, that's cool. Aunt Mary's Love Shack says, "Dinner, you are from." I hope that dinner was on purpose because that's just cracking me up.
No,
You
they
are from
call you
Pittsburgh.
dinner because
I know,
wasn't
but
it
It was
wasn't it when
Brandon.
PHB was in my chat that one time? She
Yes,
kept
yes,
calling you
yes.
dinner.
But they said, Aunt Mary's Love Shack says, "Dinner, are you from Pittsburgh, you jagoff?" Yes, I am. I am a Yinzer through and through. Seriously, though, that as a kid, I spent summers in Pittsburgh and some holidays with fam. That's awesome. I don't want to tell anyone else how awesome that city is because I don't want them to move there.
Yeah, VCaser, I did see that. She said Kara's whole name twice. And again, it's deliberate, in my opinion. Malicious, in my opinion. Vindictive, in my opinion.
Scorpio's thing, I'd be happy to talk with you. I mean, I don't want to interrupt the stream with the personal issues, but again, my email's right there in the chat. I'm an open book.
And or even Scorpio Sting, if you want to email me, and then I can forward that to Sinner. Yeah,
Cape
Coco
Ray
Puff,
says
3 lives.
Cape Ray says, oh, literally is from Youngstown. Oh, that's cool. Not far. I have a lot of people there in Youngstown actually. K-Bray says my niece has art in a few museums. That's incredible. I have not at a museum level. Please don't think I'm bragging. I'm a working artist. My shit will be way more valuable once I pass. I mean, I started in coffee shops and I worked my way up to like small to low end medium sized galleries, privately owned, you know. Basically how it works, you go in there, you show them your stuff, and if they like it or they hear about you, sometimes they'll contact me if they heard about me, and I show them my stuff, and they take 20%, they make flyers, they advertise it, they buy the champagne. I show up and pretend I like them and hope it sells. Are you there, Emmy?
Yep. I was
Okay.
just so I'm
Yeah,
getting caught up kind of.
the comment on that was on the screen about JLR getting blamed. That was
Mm,
strange to me too. I don't get it.
let me
I
go
really
back to
don't.
that one.
Like I'm unclear as to whether or not she was just rambling at this poor officer that showed up.
No. I think Christy's talking about on her live, she was blaming JLR for the strikes, the copyright strikes,
Oh yes.
but it it clearly states on the video who struck her. And so they're saying, making up a whole massive conspiracy. Oh, JLR making this conspiracy against her. Yeah.
How else can I communicate with Scorpio Sting? Because I would love to resolve any kind of issue if there is one. I mean, for real.
Um,
Um, I hate to recommend Discord to anyone. Don't do it if you don't do it because it's garbage, but it's easy.
hey, Mistaken Reaper, how's it going?
And I respect
Private
not wanting to
StreamYard.
give your.
No.
I had to make a new email as well after sharing my email with a lot of people to begin with. I was like, oh. So I mean, I'm not trying to pressure you into anything.
Yeah, I have a lot of different emails.
Yeah, I just have two. My original Gmail is probably we talked about before. It's probably 40, 50,000 unread messages.
Okay, I'm getting closer. I've gotten on StreamYard, I'm at where they're guessing your age. So I'm moving along. Oh, actually, Purple Haze, that is good. Manipulation for personal gain, lies by omission, pattern of short-term relationships, uses anger as a tool, puts others on the defense to gain control, fear of abandonment. I can go on. And then Remy, I don't know if you saw this, Sinner, but Remy had said Sinner is out of the military, right?
Yep. Spent 8 years in the Marines, which really comes in handy when I travel. You know, I go from city to city wherever is hot for paintings, and I kind of know someone everywhere I go, or I know their family for friends of mine that have passed.
And Girl from Issaquah, I did get the coloring books. They are actually in person, they are so much nicer than they looked online. And so I do have, and I did remember finally to go out and get my packages. And so I am going to do a post. I took a picture of everything that was received yesterday in my classroom. And my TA was like, "What?" I'm like, "I know, they're so generous." And so she said she goes, "Well, now we have all this ramen with nothing to cook it in." And I was like, "That is true, but we do have bowls and we do have a microwave in, the main office." So, but I mean, I couldn't believe the generosity. And so I did, and actually I will be for those of you who did send it. So actually I have the gift receipts right here. So one was from AMAC, one was from Lorton Girl, who I don't know if Lorton Girl is in here. One was from Go Bulldogs, which I know was in here earlier. And then another one from Go Bulldogs. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the same one. And then the one from Girl from Issaquah and Green Bean. So Green Bean also contributed to that. And the pencils, so the color changing pencils, like if you hold them, they're like mood pencils. They look so cool. I haven't opened them yet, but they're gonna be really cool, like little prizes for the kids when they do something good, or even just to use them because they're cool.
Cape Ray said that the comment went away, but he said or let's see, yeah,
Oh, about a
something along.
mechanic?
Yeah, he has a family of mechanics around the country. That's cool. That's awesome. And I kind of doubled up because now I have an artist community as well as veteran buddies, and you could go to any VFW and have a burger and a beer for like $4. So
Oh, Ryan, yes, mood pencils. And I only knew about mood pencils because a teacher I taught with a few years ago was getting rid of things. And she's like, "Do you want some mood pencils?" And I was like, "Huh?" And when you hold them, they change color depending on, like, I guess how much heat you emanate.
yeah,
It's
it's like
so
the old.
cool.
Remember the hypercolor shirts? They were they were rad. They did the same thing. If you put your hand on it, it would change colors. Funny story. I gave one of those to one of my buddies in like elementary school as a Christmas gift or birthday gift, and his parents wouldn't let him have it because he was a Jehovah's Witness. So they thought I was the devil. Somebody asked me. I think it was Petunia Picklebutt asked where I went to boot camp. Paris Island, South Carolina. June,
Marcy is
July, and
like a
August.
baking machine today. Marcy, do you take mail order requests? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, I want some too.
I know. Oh my gosh. Especially those chocolate truffle cookies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love the smell of something baking. It's the best. Even something as simple as just bread. Davis fam said my dad went to Paris Island. Semper Fi. I mean, there's always a debate about which Marine boot camp is better. There's East Coast and West Coast. I don't know. I obviously I didn't go to the West Coast boot camp, so I can't really have a rounded opinion. But I do know that like it's near the airport in San Diego, so like planes fly over you, and then you see billboards from like where you're training. Like in Paris Island, you're literally on an island. It's surrounded by marsh, so you just forget that the rest of the world exists. I think in a different way.
Yeah, BK sir, I agree. BK sir said I'm scared of Discord. Yeah, and the one thing about Discord now, they just did an update. I only use it to talk to 3 different people. I don't have any server for my own channel. I'm not in anybody's server. Like, I just do it. But they just did an update and it sucks bad. Um and I hate it. I hate it.
Davis fam said her dad was in Vietnam. Sheesh. Yeah, it was a brutal time, especially since they, forced people to go against their will to fight a war that was unwinnable. And then they came home and got spit on.
Yeah, that's atrocious.
So it's very difficult to crack the conversation with those men, and they're aging quickly, just like we all are. I've had the rare occurrence of having them open up to me a couple of times, um, but it's not easy, and I don't blame them.
And Juju Harris had said, "Hi everyone. I'm way behind in catching up." Well, I'm way behind too. But had to chime in that pistachio muffins from Fresh Market are the bomb. And at Center, I've had lavender cheesecake. That was amazing.
Wow. Okay, I just wrote down lavender cheesecake.
I
Kidding
like
me? I
cheesecake
just
just plain. I love it.
I'm always looking for something I haven't had before. B. Kaser says yes. My dad was appalled at the airport coming home. Yeah, it was atrocious the way the general public. I mean,
I
it got so bastardized. It was basically people trying to be anti-war, spitting on people who were anti-war. Sorry for the rant, Emmy.
Oh no, it's okay. So Flo, what do you want me to send you later? Like I said, I'm really far behind, and so Sofla said, "Emmy, give it to me later, please." Oh, you don't have my email? Oh, you're gonna email me. Okay.
Wow, there's a
Oh,
bunch of people in.
Sunnyside has a good question.
There's a bunch of people with Vietnam veterans in their family. That's incredible. I got goosebumps. Yeah, take care of them. I mean, doesn't matter how irrationally they seem, they need to be taken care of. Sorry, what'd you say, Amy?
Sunnyside had said, "Are you left or right-handed?" Sinner, just curious.
It depends on what I'm doing. Strangely enough, I'm better at graffiti with my left hand. Everything else, righty.
I am way behind, Davis fan, but I like reading all the comments. So, I don't want to miss anything. And like it's nice to have Sinner with me because he can look at chat in real time and then I can still see everybody's comments.
I just have to
And
be more astute.
K-Bray said, "Never heard of a starving asshole."
Yeah.
Sunnyside,
I
your
mean, for a
daughter's a
few
lefty.
years, I was a
I'm a lefty too, but I'm not very artistic at all.
Jasmine says, excuse me, are you ambidextrous? I think only in that specific thing. I can't think. I mean,
That's
you
funny
play
that just made
baseball
me
and then
ask
you have
that.
you have to put your catching. If you play baseball, you have to put your glove on your left hand if you're right-handed typically. So I think I don't know. I think just in that specific instance of using spray paint, I'm better with my left hand. I think it's a lot like stretching for things too, and like having better balance that way. I can't explain it.
We actually were just talking about that yesterday, or not yesterday, the other day, maybe 2 days ago, in one of my classes because one of my students had said, "Miss, can you write with your non-dominant hand?" And I'm like, "Actually, I can." And so it's not great, obviously, but it's legible. And it's because my grandma, this was back in the 70s, she got into a really bad car accident. And there were 5 people in the car. All but my grandma died. They were hit by a semi. And so her body was pretty much broken, but she survived, thankfully. And she had to learn to write with her non-dominant hand because her dominant hand had been pretty much destroyed in the accident. So she always said, "Make sure you can write with both hands because you never know, when something awful will happen." So I every so often I'll practice with my right hand, just, but you can tell obviously it's not as nice as my left hand, but I think it's good to be ambidextrous.
I just saw one more comment I want to speak on. Chris Kress said, I think grandfather, the comment's gone for me now, but I think said their grandfather was in Vietnam and never talked about it, and didn't quite understand why until they saw him in a documentary being
Yep,
awarded the
yep. So,
Congressional Medal of Honor. That's a big goddamn award to get. I mean, there's no higher award than the Congressional Medal of Honor. They don't just hand those out. Oh, uncle, sorry, I misread it. It was moving quick.
yeah, and if you need me to, I can always scroll up on my phone to get it too.
Yeah, I don't want to. We should get the business here so we don't cut into AMAC's time.
AMAC goes live. What time are you live, AMAC? 9:30, right? Because I made sure that we were 2 hours before her live because then we would have to end at 2 hours, like, just before 2 hours. And Davis fam, interestingly enough, my very far, far ancestors actually moved from West Virginia to Youngstown, Ohio. And that is where my great-grandfather's first family is. And that's a long story why he ended up in New York without his family. Let's see. Okay, so I can skip these. I'm at the point where we're talking about your art.
Cool. Willow's here. What's up, Willow? Glad to have you here.
Hey Willow, how's the pig doing? How's the pig doing?
Chris Kress's uncle retired in San Diego. It's a great place for a veteran to retire. They have some of the best resources for veterans, best hospitals, best. It's pretty
Oh
much the
wow,
best. I mean,
really,
unless you're in
Remy?
Quantico, Virginia.
So Remy said YouTube used to have a messenger about 5 years ago. Like many things, they did away with it. Wow.
I couldn't imagine what that would be like. Jeez. It seems like YouTube's really big on not having direct communication. It's strange.
Which I guess, like I actually just got to Davis fam's comment. I'm glad YouTube doesn't have Messenger. And that's kind of the thing. Like it seems like it would be. Yeah, I have a lot of people's personal emails, but I'm not, obviously I'm not going to share them with anybody.
Never, 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 never.
Mm-mm. And if I do have to forward something to someone, I will copy and paste the message into an email from me and just say, this is from, say, AMAC. And I'll set, you know what I mean? Like without the emails.
Marcy's dad passed away 18 years ago, and of course he had a military funeral service. Yes, it's.
Mm.
I've. I hope. I hope. The thing is, someone has to contact someone in order for that to happen. So make sure you're or not you, but if you have someone that's in that position, if they're a veteran and they pass away, it's up to someone to contact. Like a good start is your local VA. No, I'm sorry, not VA. Your local VFW. That's where the veterans in your neighborhood are. They have like a council of people. They have a president, so they know all the veterans in their own community. So start with them, and they'll make sure they get buried properly. All
And
right,
I was
let's do
just
it.
thinking, I should do like I know a lot of creators have, like, my Amazon list or something, like, where they I think Lookner actually does it, where he has, like, the things I love on Amazon or something like that, and so, like, these mood pencils, right? Nobody I just got to the mood pencil comments, so maybe have a list of, like, my favorite Amazon things, or I don't know how you would do that without it being a wish list. I don't know if you can just make a list of cool things, but the mood pencils are definitely cool because 'cause they're
That I
black,
never
and
never heard
then
of it.
as you hold them, they change colors.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay, so I'm getting there. I'm only 10 minutes behind now.
I'm
Only.
gonna have to like put you on 1.25 speed.
Hey, Jeannie's Creative Studio, how's the journal making going?
Oh, I've been watching those videos. They're
Oh,
so
yeah?
cool.
Jeannie's?
Yeah, oftentimes I get disappointed when someone's like, "Oh, you have to see this, channel," but I watched it. It's so cool. The art is incredible.
Amy says there's a good book called War is a Racket.
I wrote that down actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, zucchini muffins? I can do zucchini muffins, but I don't like zucchini. I can do zucchini breads, zucchini muffins, but anything like just with plain zucchini, I can't do it. Oh, Orion says we've made some fantastic lavender and goat milk ice cream. That's
I'm
actually what I'm
certain it
asking
was.
for Christmas is an ice cream maker. Hey, Okie
I'm
Crime
certain it
News, like
wasn't
the
goat's milk, but it was
Grinch.
lavender.
Oh, never, K-Braze. I think your jokes are funny. I try not to laugh because some of them make me like I want to laugh, but then I won't stop laughing, and then it kind of, I'll have to mute myself again and be like, I need a minute.
K-Braves has a way of communicating sarcasm sometimes in text where other people just can't do that. So I very much appreciate it.
Oh yeah, so growing up, so I was left-handed. My mom was left-handed. Well, I shouldn't say was. She is left-handed. I'm left-handed, and my great aunts thought there was some type of sorcery involved and that being left-handed was a sign of the devil.
Oh,
So
that is
they
such
were
a
very, very
that's such a
like
northeast thing.
they were very bossy about it. And my mom was like, let her alone. Like, that's what she started writing with. That's what she's gonna write with. But yeah, very,
Witch hunty.
some kind of sorcery. But I use scissors with my right hand and I hit like a baseball with my right-handed because in school they didn't have left-handed scissors. So I do really the only thing I do with my left hand is write and eat. Everything else I do right-handed.
G. Caser says my old man is lefty. He used to be a switch hitter in baseball. Do they force him to? Yeah, they do. They want you to fit into their box. But the fun thing about baseball players, again, because you throw with your dominant hand and then you have your catching glove on the other, or your player glove on your other hand. So it kind of forces you to be ambidextrous because you got to catch the ball and then you got to throw just as accurate. So I'd imagine those guys really are using more of their brain.
And actually, I'm gonna do a poll because this left-handed, right-handed just made me think, let's do a poll and see how many people are lefties, how many are righties. Because I always say lefties are going to rule the world one day. Let's see. I gotta go to our
B
channel.
Caser says, isn't a switch hitter a good thing? Yeah, until you reach a certain level and they just want you to play a very specific role. And then unless your numbers are off the charts, because they'll only want switch hitters that are, you know what I mean. But as a utility player, yes, a switch hitter is always great because you can confuse pitchers. And if like they switch pitchers, you can just turn around and then confuse the pitcher again.
All right. So, and hopefully YouTube has the poll question, or like so you can see the poll question. But I will let you know which is which. Okay, so left-handed is going to be the top option. Right-handed is going to be the bottom option. So the question is, are you left-handed? Oh, well, that doesn't make sense. Are you a left-handed? Are you left-handed or right-handed? Left is the top option, right is the bottom option. Just in case YouTube still isn't showing the poll question, you know which is which. And again, left is only first because alphabetically L is before R. Oh, a hot pot. I think that's what they're called. So they're like in college, we had these, and I was trying to talk to my TA about it, and she looked at me like I was like talking a different language, but it was like this. It almost was like a little crock pot, but it wasn't a crock pot. And it had a lid, and you put water in it. You let the water boil, and then you put your ramen in it,
Oh yes,
stir it up, and it was done. So maybe
I
that's what they're
brought
called. They're hot pots.
their hot pots. Yes, yeah, I brought one back with me from Tokyo because when I went there, like every domicile has one, and it's like heavily used. They're so handy. I mean, you can actually cook some pretty interesting like curries and other things in there too if you're patient.
Girl from Issaquah says, my husband is an amputee and had to relearn how to write with his left hand.
Kate Ray says V Caser, it was from Japan. It's a Skyline. Funny you should say that. I knew so many guys that had Skyline shipped back on ships from Japan, from Okinawa specifically. They're just there's so many there that and they're pretty cheap. K Braze probably knows you have to get things American friendly, like the glass. You have to get all the glass changed, and it's just a pain in the ass.
And Willow is also a double hander. Oh my gosh. So today I had so much stuff to bring into school. So I had to go in the back door, which our badges don't work. So I had to like knock on the window to have the teacher open it. Anyways, I was walking in and one of the other teachers is like, "Wow, you're double fisting it today." Because I had my water in one hand, my coffee in the other, and I was like, "Yeah, sadly though, I need something a little more stiff to be double fisting it seems, but you can't have that on school grounds." So, I had my vitamin water in one hand and coffee in the other.
And they just had like miniature bottles of champagne and wine just to give away, and if anybody had a complaint, so they just bribed them. There was a nightclub next door, so oftentimes people complained of the noise. But I mean, it was just free range. So me and my buddy Pete from Boston would sit there and have 3 tiny bottles of wine and go play pool afterwards. Not the most responsible thing to do, but it was actually really fun.
And Sunnyside tells me I'm a slowpoke. Why, yes, I am, and I'm now 11 minutes behind. But so I was catching up, and now but at least I'm not 20 minutes behind, because at one point I was 20 to 25 minutes behind. But yes, I am a slowpoke, but that's because I like reading
Yeah,
everybody's comments.
we'll figure out the tempo. I'm still new at this.
So Davis fam said my family ended up in Youngstown because my grandma had to leave Hungary
I hope that it
because she
gets.
was preggo out of wedlock in 1917 and had family there. Wow.
Wow. That shit just creeps me out that people used to control people that way.
Oh, Happy
It's very
Watch
much
Arm
like
said
witch hunt,
to
though. Like it happened
yeah.
in.
Oh, Linktree SoFlo Mama? I've never even heard of Linktree for my Amazon list. I could just I don't know. Yeah, if anybody has ideas how I can do, like, a favorites list, I don't know a lot of that stuff. Like, I tried Pinterest, but it was annoying and, like, I don't need all these different places. Like, I just want one little place to put all the stuff. Hey, Chris Cress. I don't think I actually said hi to you. Uh-oh. I lost my co-host. Oh, I don't know how to drive stick either. So K-Braze had said, and Sinner's on his way back, hopefully. Yep, there he is.
Am I back?
You are back.
Sorry about that. I just got booted. I have no idea why.
K-Braze had said, I'm both hand. Oh, so when we're talking about being ambidextrous, I actually have a manual car, which a lot of people don't know how to drive these days. And my friend has a right hand drive manual car. So you have to shift with your left hand. Interesting.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's just
Yeah,
like we
I
were
only
talking
know
about
automatic.
the skylines. I I mean, these guys will probably know better than me, but I think you could keep them left-hand drive when you bring them from Asia. Can you? But it's tripped out because you're like right next to the cars that's coming by you. So it's like,
Oh no, Spitfire. Just got over a bug a couple of weeks ago and have another one already. And where's the doctor? Oh wait, he's gallivanting across around the globe. Yeah, I found out my doctor is leaving. Like, I don't know where she's going, and so now I have to find a new one. I'm very sad. Wait, there's no way I'm caught up already. Maybe I am. Oh no, it skipped forward. I haven't seen these comments. Oh my gosh, what is StreamYard doing? Okay, so maybe I am caught up. All right. Maybe chat slowed down a little bit. I don't know. I feel like StreamYard, something funny is happening because. All right, well, I'm caught up, I guess. Girl from Issaquah says my bug dealer just called and has offered to deliver. Oh no! My co-host keeps getting booted. Wow, K-Braze, you've had 352 vehicles? I feel like that it just doesn't seem possible. I'm trying to think how many have I had in my lifetime. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I've only had 7 cars. 7 cars. My first car was a 1991 Dodge Spirit, and I had the car before I even had my license. My parents had gotten me the used car for my birthday, but I didn't need my license because I had friends to drive me around. So finally, when I was 18 and about to go to college, that's when I got my license.
Yeah,
Marcy.
my internet just crashed. My internet just crashed. I'm just on my phone now, so I can't see chat at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm caught up, so
Cool, awesome. I have to reset my router, but I can't bother with it now. So let's roll.
hey, Mama Daz. Hi, stoners. Well, these are the sweetie pie and sourpusses over here. I don't even know what we are over here. We're gonna have to come up with some kind of slogan. Um, haven't been around for a while. Had a heart attack and was just released Friday.
Oh my God.
That's so scary. I hope you're okay and that you're on the mend and it's not,
Yeah, welcome back.
I mean, obviously a heart attack is serious, but that it's not going to be, something that you have to deal
I
with.
think we're gonna yeah, just relax. I think we're gonna review Betty here just for a bit, so you might want to just turn her down. I'm glad you're with us. Hope you're comfortable.
What? I missed jury duty while in the hospital and can be fined up to $10,000? What state are you in? That seems so ridiculous. It's not like you did it on purpose.
Yeah, that's
I've never heard of such a thing. And you
yeah,
can
and
so you can be
also
fined up to $10,000, but they pay you shit for doing it?
yeah, also don't worry about that right now if you can help it.
Yeah.
If don't stress about that right now. Like that's not important. I would say come and get it. Like, and they're not going to pursue that. That's irrational. But I wouldn't try your best to not even let yourself be concerned with that.
Oh, you're Nevada. Well, Nevada sucks. But I agree with Sinner, just relax. Like, that's just bizarre. Ah, Corinne is home. Glad you are home safe. What did you miss? We've been just chit-chatting and I really wanted to bring up, BHB's clickbait title of her video that she had in regards to Layla Santinello's case and claiming from her thumbnail that Layla's boyfriend had been arrested in connection to her case when that was not the case at all.
Yes, we got a twofer with this. I think it's a relatively short video of hers. Um, at the same time that she's humiliating this young man who just quite possibly overdosed and was unconscious from smoking heroin in a public bathroom, and they came and got him, and he had like old warrants for some bullshit that had nothing to do with the case that she's obsessed with, that she's quote unquote part of. She's not part of it. She's a YouTuber just like I am. It's irrational for her to have this level of involvement in any case. So she humiliated that young man, and then she went ahead and she went at the step parents of Layla Santinello by name, saying that Layla's mother Jennifer is more important in some way. What a despicable thing to say. I mean, could you
Hey,
imagine how that
Cheese.
must feel for the? I can't even. I'm not going to get worked up, but I mean, it was very concise, like almost like an assassin type move that she's trying to pull, just damaging people for no good reason.
Oh, how is this person in here?
I don't see
Oh,
who
they're
you
gone
mean.
now.
Who was it?
Blow Me
Or
was
you can,
here.
oh, well,
They're not here
um,
anymore. They got
I
a
see
one-way ticket to Block Island.
Cheese is here. I did not say it. Emmy said it, not me. I
Oh, no,
love my
no. So
desert people.
Cheese, the reason I said they sucked is because Mama Daz was in the hospital and missed jury duty, and they're saying that she's going to be fined $10,000 for missing it. So I was just making a generalized comment that Nevada sucks. Not that it really sucks, just what they're doing sucks. All right, so yes, this was BHB's video that she had this breaking news that wasn't really breaking news. And so the first 10 minutes, she did show a video of Layla's mom's, which I'm not going to show because I believe it was from Jennifer's TikTok. So you can always find it there. And I know she also has posted some of her TikToks on her Facebook. So if you have Facebook, you could check them out there too. But this was more about, her having this breaking news. Layla's boyfriend has been arrested. Hashtag Layla Santinello case. And then she immediately comes in and says, oh, it has nothing to do with her disappearance. Well, it's my opinion that that is the definition of clickbait.
Yes, and like a vulture, like a true, like unabashed tragedy pimp.
Mm-hmm. So it's only we'll do about 10 minutes. Well, maybe less, depending on how aggravated I get. So let's see what she had to say, because I haven't watched this, because I was like very aggravated just knowing that it wasn't true. Oops. Sorry. Had her on mute. And I have her turned down, so.
Because I just got wind that Michael was arrested and I didn't want the rumor mills running wild at what.
I didn't want the rumor mills to run wild. Well, no one knew he had been arrested that I know of, because as soon as I saw BHB's thumbnail, I went to Google. I went to Kingsport PD, which apparently was not where I would have found it because it was Sullivan County. Either way, I did a Google search, couldn't find anything. And the reason why I didn't find anything is because of this. So I'm going to just share. This is SF Investigates again on Twitter. And so I had tagged SF Investigates in a post I posted on Twitter with BHB's thumbnail, and he responded to me, but then he also made his own post in regards to, again, her misinformation. And it reads, Michael's arrest and release has nothing to do with Layla's case. He has a probation violation and was picked up on a public intoxication charge this morning after being found passed out in a gas station bathroom after smoking H. Don't believe BHB's clickbait. And then he does have a picture of the report, or whatever that is called. So again, she doesn't want to stir up the rumor mill, people. But in this moment, she is the rumor mill, in my opinion.
If this arrest had something to do with the case and she had the scoop on it, then you know what? Fucking good for her. But that's not the case. She's exploiting yet another person that is obviously having a difficult time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shame, 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 shame.
What this could mean, or start speculating or anything like that. I wanted to come here with you guys and just speak directly to you guys. He's arrested for drug paraphernalia and stuff related to drugs. Okay, so it's nothing related to Layla Santinello.
So my question would then be, why do you have hashtag Layla Santinello case in the title? It was drug paraphernalia. Who cares?
It's nothing related to them finding her. We're still keeping all of her and her family, her entire family, in our prayers. She is absolutely still missing. There's nothing has changed too much in her case. But I just didn't. Once I got wind that he was arrested, it worried me some, just because of the rumor mills, and I figured it would.
Bullshit. I'm sorry. The rumor
Yeah,
mill.
absolute bullshit. There are, like, what rumor
She
mills
doesn't
is
give
she
a
speaking
shit
of?
about
Because
this
I mean,
kid.
as far as I know, I try to stick to only the fact. If I don't know something, I tell you I don't know. I don't make rumors. That's crazy. I have opinions maybe, but I don't make rumors. So who's she speaking of? It's another self snitch. Trick question. It's another self snitch.
Yeah, she doesn't give a shit about this kid. She doesn't care that. And like I had said earlier in the live today, I noticed on this morning's live, she was saying Layla's boyfriend's name repeatedly. His first name only, but repeatedly. And so I said to AMAC and SoFlo, I said, she's saying his name an awful lot in this live. It's very weird. And then her second live today was this short little video about him being arrested and alluding to the fact that it was because of Layla, but it had nothing to do with Layla. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, she's pretending to get a scoop, like she's a journalist, and she's not. She's a YouTuber
Yeah.
with no, just a YouTuber. That's it. And now a YouTuber that's having a difficult time on YouTube. So, not a private investigator, not like SF Investigates, a professional licensed investigator.
Exactly, Petunia. She started the dang rumor mill because, like I said, there were no rumors to stop. She's starting it by making accusations again.
Give an opportunity to give us, give Jennifer the floor, so she can speak to you guys and tell you kind of what she went through with her daughter. Her daughter, Layla Santinello, has been missing since June 27th of this year. She went missing from Kingsport, Tennessee. Blonde hair, brown eyes, 4'10", 115 pounds. She was last seen at the Marble Slab Creamery at the Eaststone Commons in Kingsport. There's not a whole lot of cameras out there.
Pause.
She's,
Wrong again, lady. There are a lot of not a lot of cameras, but there are plenty of cameras. If you were, less of a jerk and actually tried to work with someone who's a private investigator and professional, then maybe they would tell you, because they told us that they recovered footage that you and your friend Olivia walking around in circles with people that used to hang out here,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, Gizmo, like usual.
There's another girl missing. Her name's Holland Snap. While they knew some of the same people, we cannot find like a direct connection between them. Either way, with Layla Santinello, yes, the rumors are true. If you're starting to hear them, Michael has been arrested. He is in jail. I don't know.
Now, let me just go back to. Actually, let me go to my post because I believe that is where I believe he wasn't still in jail. I'm going to go to see what SF had commented.
From my understanding, I'm pretty sure if I read it correctly, SF said that he was released 3 hours later. He's home,
Yes,
or I mean, wherever he goes
that's
at
what it
night.
was, 3 hours later.
Yeah,
And so he
and I
was
hope he's doing okay.
arrested. Oh, so he was arrested yesterday, December 12th at 11:07 PM. So it's been 24 hours since he was arrested, yet according to BHB, he's still in jail. Unbelievable.
If he has a bond, if he's bonded out, I don't know anything. All I know is
Yeah, you've made that abundantly clear. And maybe that's why you should do some more research before coming live with breaking news about something you know nothing about. Yeah, exactly, Amy. A day late and a dollar short.
it's related to drugs and absolutely has nothing whatsoever to do with the Layla Santinello case at this moment. So I just wanted to, I'm cooking.
Yet she hashtagged Layla Santinello case. It has nothing to do with Layla. Then why did you hashtag her?
This is really going to be just a short and sweet live, just giving the floor to Layla Santinello. And again, I just got wind that he was arrested. And before the rumor mills start running wild, it's nothing in connection with Layla Santinello. I know the next question is how do we not know? We know the procedures of law enforcement.
That's not what the next question is. My
That's not
next
my
question.
question.
All right, what would your question be? And then I'll tell my question.
My question would be, what in God's name makes you think that's a decent thing to do to somebody, Betty? That would be my question. It's pretty direct.
Yeah, mine would be, then why are you talking about it? That would be my question. What is the relevance? Oh, right. Because not long ago, when they were in Tennessee, Olivia made a TikTok video where you can hear BHB in the background saying as they passed this boy's house, that's the murderer's house. Oh. So again,
Yes,
trying to
she
make
said that
sense
about the
happen.
yeah. She said that about the young man who was just found the other day in a bathroom.
Mhm.
You know,
Y'all Nana says, do y'all know if SF Investigates has been made aware BHB had Olivia post the video she got struck for on her TikTok? What? I
that's
did
the
not
first I
know
heard of that.
that.
Yeah, me either. But nothing. SF's not going to let anything go pass by him. He's aware.
No. And I haven't been on TikTok in a while, but I'm sure there's people over there that are keeping eyes out. Oh yes, there we go, girl from Issaquah, the National Enquirer of YouTube.
Yeah,
We know
exactly.
that typically, if something's going on, typically they arrest for low hanging fruit. We've talked about that on this show many times. And why is this different? This is different because he is a drug addict. And I think whatever, they may be watching him. I don't know. Maybe he was doing.
And I have not seen this. So this is going to be
Sweetie
Pie's genuine reaction.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the motherfucking rumor mill. Excuse my language.
Doing some terrible things. Maybe they saw him going down the drains. I don't know what made them decide today to arrest him for.
Holy shit balls. I'm sorry. I don't know what made them decide to arrest him today.
He was asleep in a public bathroom after smoking
Okay,
heroin.
I'm actually gonna
Betty,
let's just read it, and I'll just edit some words out because there are some words that YouTube probably doesn't like. Let me just zoom in a little bit more so you can see it better. On December 12th, 2023, at approximately 23:07 hours, I, Officer Garland, responded to Roadrunner in reference to a male individual passed out in the bathroom. Upon arrival, I spoke with store employee Dawn, who stated that a male individual was passed out on the bathroom floor and had a pipe in his hand. I went to the bathroom and observed a male individual, later identified as Michael, laying on the floor with a pipe and lighter in his hand. I was able to wake him, and he stated that he had used H. He was dazed and slow to understand what was occurring around him. I observed that the metal pipe had burn marks on it. Based on the circumstances, I determined that Michael was a danger to himself or others. I arrested him for public intoxication and possession of unlawful drug paraphernalia. Hey, Lisa.
I mean, hey,
So,
everybody in chat, does that sound like someone you want to pick on? Someone who just had that, had that happen in their life. They just did that to themselves, and it's a good idea to put their face up, put their 115-pound body up on your fucking thumbnail. In what universe is that okay? You're damn right. I'm gonna keep on following Betty and calling out what she does. You're damn right I am.
I mean, that's just so irresponsible and disrespectful. And I did rewind it just a little bit because I want to hear that part again.
Drug addict. And I think whatever, they may be watching him. I don't know. Maybe he was doing some terrible things. Maybe they saw him going down the drains. I don't know what made them decide today to arrest him for narcotics. I have no idea why, but you saw his.
Maybe he was going down the drains. I really have no idea why they decided today to arrest him for drug paraphernalia.
Yes, and then she goes on to say maybe they've been watching him, implying again, not just
Right.
implying that but she's also implying that he's involved in some way, and there's absolutely no evidence to support that I've seen. I mean, I'm sure SF knows a lot more. From what I understand, the Glare has some information that he's not comfortable sharing until things play out. I mean, he's not even sharing with anyone, as far as I know. So we have to wait and see what's going on here. I like to hold out hope that Layla Santinello is still alive, because people do irrational things. She could have ran. Who knows? We just simply don't know. I don't know, and sure as shit, Betty doesn't know. So it's just incredible to do this to this guy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Incredible in the worst possible way.
Yep. And functions by radar, you have a point. I do not know. Let me just make it up. Mm-hmm.
This picture, he's not looking good. I think it was the right thing to do, if nothing more, for his health. I think he's on a very dangerous road right now.
And again, why does she fucking care? She doesn't care. She doesn't give two shits about this young kid. In my opinion, allegedly.
It doesn't seem as though. I mean, I don't get the feeling that she gives a shit either. I mean, she's going down a dangerous road. What makes you think that? That he was found in a public bathroom? Is maybe that's what makes you. She does, but at this point, she's not even aware of that occurring, or she is, and she's playing naive in order to play up her clicky bait.
Well, Lisa says I tagged her on Twitter in a forwarded post from SF because he's blocked. This was late this morning when he posted it, so she's known all day.
Wow. Also, Lisa is a fucking rock star. I see Lisa everywhere, and just concise facts, correcting people, being respectful. It's something I aspire to. Believe me, I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, she needed views and traffic to her backup, so she used this guy. Well, and actually, I'll look after. Actually, I could look now. I'm just curious how many So she's had 951 views on it because, again, it's clickbait, in my opinion, allegedly. And so that's why, in my opinion, her
Yeah,
views were driven up.
I watched it twice, so 2 of those are mine. I'm still in shock. I mean, it gets so much worse. Whenever she goes at Layla's step parents, you'll hear.
I hope that they keep him inside. They keep him in for a while so he is able to just get clean. Maybe getting clean might help him with some stuff, process some stuff around this. I'm pretty sure since his girlfriend's been missing, he's probably been very deluded because we talk about, major trauma.
What is deluded?
Diluted's not the right word, but I actually agree with
No,
her in
because
this
that's
part.
what I'm saying. Like, it shouldn't, like, diluted is like when you dilute juice, right? Like, juice
Yeah,
is very concentrated, so you add water to dilute it.
yes. Like in her case, it'd be like the vodka and orange juice, or the ice cubes she puts in her box wine probably dilutes her box wine, but that's not the right word. But before she said that incorrect word there, which is whatever, I actually agreed with her. He probably has been having a fucking horrible existence since his girlfriend has gone missing, especially with someone like her accusing him of doing it.
Mhm.
So she may like actually have played a role in him being found in a fucking public bathroom, because imagine if someone thinks you killed someone and you didn't, and there's someone like that acts and looks like her that's saying your name and saying, I think he did it. I mean, again, shame. I hope the guy gets help. That's the part I agree with. You know, I hope
Mhm.
that he has someone to go to that can help him.
Trauma and how it does affect, especially addicts. It exacerbates the problem, and this might be just what's going on here. We don't really have a whole lot of information. I can say that this is a good thing. I don't want to see anything happen to Michael. I mean, to be honest with you, he's in a tough spot. He's an addict. He is very dependent upon a specific substance. If nothing more, at least we know he's safe. He's going to be in he's going to be, I'm pretty sure they're going to take him to a hospital. They know what kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring him to a hospital.
She has no idea.
Well, right, because he was held for 3 hours. Again, just making shit up as she goes along.
Yeah,
He's on. They're not just going to throw him in jail. At least that's not usual protocol for
Okay, so
law
now she's
enforcement.
just a jail
Typical
specialist.
protocol for law enforcement, especially with somebody like Michael, is most likely they are going to be going and getting some type of detox. They're going to be. I don't know if they have to be seen by a medical professional, but even in the jail, they have medical professionals there. They ask them if they're an addict, if they're addicted to anything, and they have a doctor write a prescription right there to help manage some of that the detoxing and stuff like that.
I find this really irresponsible.
it's just misinformation. But the thing is, like, she's pretending to care about the guy that she's exploiting. So it's
That she's
you know
also
a
called a
wolf in
murderer.
sheep's clothing, so to speak. A wolf in sheep's clothing. So yeah, on a wildly popular TikTok, she said, like, pointing at his house, that's where the killer lives. She said that. I mean, this was
Mhm.
how long ago was this? It wasn't recently.
No, this was their first trip to Tennessee.
So he's on a dangerous road that could very well be created by people like her accusing him of something that he very well
And
may have had nothing to do with.
that's where that video she has of them hanging up posters, it's outside his house. They
Yeah.
were doing it there deliberately, in my opinion, allegedly.
So I don't know how it is. That's how it is here. I know how it is here because I'm heavily involved here.
Oh,
Different
please.
jurisdictions deal with it differently. I
Not
don't know
involved.
how they're gonna deal with it with him, but he is on. You guys see the photo. I mean, it's on the thumbnail. He's not.
I know Girl from
Yeah, we
Issaquah.
did. We
I
did see the
agree.
photo on the thumbnail. That's the problem. That's the problem.
She
she
should have
she
never put his photo up there. She knew exactly what she was doing. Like, you can play coy all you want, but you're not that smart about it. Yeah, exactly, Corinne. Very sloppy, deliberate.
I agree.
Not looking very good. Okay. These drugs are very are horrible. They're killing our young kids. They're so cheap for our young kids to get a hold of. Um, they give them an euphoric feeling, and kind of when you're young, you want to be free. You're under parents' thumb, and you're wanting your
Oh my
independence,
God.
and you get kind of sucked into something, and especially the people that really have bad environments. And it sounds like Michael has been raised in a very, 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 very bad environment from his
Pause, please.
mother. His whole
Pause.
entire family
Oh,
is they just
Pause.
never have.
Why? How? What does she know about his family? Does she actually know anything about his family? That is slander. She's saying that that family is a bad family, and how does she know that? Because they don't have a lot of money, or what? What is her? Anyways,
yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. Now she's going after his parents.
Broke that cycle. It's not, and it's sad because, in all fairness, it's not Michael's fault that he is in the situation that he's in, because it is, it's the lifestyle he learned from my understanding, from his family, and they've.
From your understanding, okay, so you spoke with his parents? You had a conversation with them? You know the cycle that may or may not exist
her
historically
understanding.
in their family?
I mean, she doesn't even have a clear understanding that, like, she's sitting in a boat and drilling holes in the bottom of it herself. Well, how could she have an understanding of any? I mean, I'm actually kind of
Yes.
just. This is the second time I heard this, and I can't. It just blows my mind. I can't even believe what I'm hearing.
And Remy, to answer your question, is she seriously blaming his addiction on his family? It's my understanding and that yes, she is.
Well, she
She's
said
saying that it's
directly he learned it
cyclical.
from them. Yeah,
Yeah, and he learned it from them.
I mean, she's how original. Like, is he an incel and narcissist too? Because it seems like everyone else is. Like, it's just so out of line, so out of line. Like, but I'm telling
And
you, she's drilling holes in her own boat, and I don't
mhm.
think she has a dinghy. I think the backup channel is the
And
dinghy.
Yo, Nana is not drunk said exactly. I came from a very good family and somehow managed to become an addict. My parents have never done a drug or drank alcohol in their life.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that type of thing happens to someone like being struck by lightning. They can have the best family. I mean, look at the Kennedys.
And actually, someone had mentioned her chat. Let me just go in and see kind of what.
Learned it from their
I have
family.
to hit play for it to show up. Actually, it seems like just a lot of mods posting. Oh, look, there's my comment that nobody could see. Oh, I can see it because I'm on my account, but nobody else could see it because I'm blocked.
I heard someone say,
Nobody
I
nobody
heard,
said one thing. He definitely needs detox. That's true. He can now get some help.
I mean, I
No
don't
one,
disagree with those. I hope he gets the help that he needs.
yeah. But no one is saying like calling her out. Like, how do you know this? Do you know his parents? Have you talked to his parents? Not one person is questioning anything she's saying.
Well, someone said to me earlier today in an email that by their approximation, she has like 1,200 people blocked in her chat. I don't know who does work for her like that, but that's a lot of work to
I
maintain
would
and
doubt
to
it.
to manage. But so that's why the first few days there was actually dissent and people were actually saying, wait a minute, that's not true. No, that's not true. Fact checkers, my favorite people that actually know the truth and say it. Um, but they're quickly being just blocked too. So
And hey, Pippi Longstocking. Good to see you. It's been a little while. Oops, wrong window.
It has been a never-ending cycle of addictive behavior in Michael's family. So it's just it's hard. It's hard right now. It's really hard. But I just want you guys to know it has to do with drugs. I've got to get back to cooking. Tonight's my night for dinner for the neighbors, so I am making a meal. At least it's not raining outside. I would like to try that jacket out though. Oh, that reminds me. I keep forgetting. I threw this in the
Okay, so again, I'm gonna stop it there because now it's like, okay, I spew my venom and now I can start talking about the gifts that I was sent by my subs. So I didn't just potentially, you know, destroy some young kid's life even more than it already was. Clearly he was self-medicating in some way, in my opinion. And now this buffoon just decided to make it that much worse, possibly. So again, completely irresponsible and just I don't even know the word.
it's unacceptable,
Yeah,
trashy,
unacceptable.
trashy. Um, I don't know, but are you done playing that?
Yeah, and because we
Oh,
are a little past our 2 hours and
okay. I wanted you
did
to play the part that she explains to her audience that mothers are more important than fathers are because, and then she says, "Well, you know what I mean. It's mom." No,
I
no,
don't was
that
that in this live or was that in her
that
earlier live?
that was in this live. In any case, I mean, maybe you can clip it and make a short video. It's definitely worth looking at because she just says that Layla's mother is more important than her father. And she says, she spent more holidays there, so, she's probably more
Oh, you know
important.
what? That was probably at the beginning.
It was really disturbing to hear, only because from everything that I understand, Layla's step-parents are great people. I mean, I watched the interview. It was on Emmy's channel, and I thought that,
Oh no, where did he go? Oh, he's back. You're back.
watching that and seeing how the chat went and stuff, I gained knowledge that they're decent people and they're just as important as Layla's mother is. I mean, I just believe that to be true. I mean, could you imagine being him and hearing that from someone like her? It's unacceptable, and she should immediately apologize to that man.
Yeah, and I will find that. Actually, maybe I will clip that because I mean, maybe I'll just make, I'll kind of I don't want to exploit, Layla's boyfriend any more than she has, but I will do a short cuz it wasn't very long. I could do a short clip video with, saying, that it's, the dad and stepmom, they're not really there, so they're not as important.
Petunia says, "Oh my God, her mother is in." No one is saying that anyone's mother is involved, and there's no evidence that I've heard of that says that's true. So please don't make statements like that or stating fact like that. I trust the investigators far more than I trust anybody in YouTube about what is happening. I'd assume that if her mother was involved in any way, then her mother would be pursued by authorities, and I don't see that happening, so I don't believe that's true. Please don't say that.
So, but we have been over 2 hours, and I believe AMAC I didn't get a notification yet, but I know that AMAC, um oh, she is live. Okay. Oop, pause.
All right,
So,
let's. Can you still read?
definitely I'm gonna
Can you
actually
still?
post,
Are you able to still redirect whilst she's live, or does it have to happen?
I can't, but I put AMAC the link to directly to her live in chat. So definitely head over there because it is word search night and yours truly has a title to maintain. So I will definitely
Yes,
be over there, although Sinner has challenged me, so it is game on.
I'm headed there too. Yeah, sorry if I came across angry, but I can't even believe that I people are just saying, they're obsessed. No, it just has to be noticed. It's not going to be ignored. And if I'm the only one doing it, I'll be the only one. I'm very thankful for you guys coming and listening to us talk, and really had fun talking about random
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, it was, and I got through all the comments, so even though I was behind, I did get to see all of your comments, and we got to review some of BHB being BHB.
Yes.
So, I hope that we see you all over on Amax Live. Again, her link, I did just post it. It's also a pinned comment, so if you, miss it in chat, it is also the pinned comment. So, it's okay, Lisa. You know, you'll have something to listen to. All right. Any last words, Sourpuss?
No, keep it real.
All right. See y'all later.
Peace.